What's up, Pokefans? This is Gresnick, and welcome back to another reaction video. Lockstin uploaded again. Yay, time for another Lockstin video. It's another Ultra Beast video, which I'm pretty happy about, because I like the Ultra Beast videos. I'm pretty sure this isn't, like, a compilation of all of the ones he's made before, since it's... Well, this section says new Ultra Beast lore, which, okay, cool, I want to know more lore. I love lore. Make sure to like and subscribe to Lockstin and myself, and let's get into this.
Years ago, we looked deep into the lore and design origins of every Ultra Beast, the extra-dimensional alien Pokemon.
They're based
found
off
that
aliens
each is a
and invasive
crossover
species.
between classic sci-fi alien tropes and a widespread invasive species here on Earth. To coincide with
Which is such a great idea for a Pokemon, like, geez, I can't talk. Which is such a great idea for alien Pokemon, them being also based off of invasive species. That's just cool. Such a great idea. Now, it is limited to the Ultra Beasts, which were kind of limited to 7th. So, we're probably never going to get more Ultra Beasts unless if they, like, unless if in, like, an Alola remake they give us, like, a couple more, but I doubt that. That would be cool if we get more Ultra Beasts, but we're probably not.
of alien invasions and all that. And yes, even the ones you wouldn't think of being based on invasive species. I mean, sure, cables and bricks, thanks to human development, have invaded every natural habitat on Earth, but there are actually a few invasive species that fit them pretty well, too. Looking back, those videos are absolutely still strong and worth watching. I'll link them all in the description below, but what we're talking about in this video is the new Ultra Beast lore that, as of recording, just dropped yesterday. Pokemon TCG Pocket just got Ultra Beast cards, and right away, with the first two I got, I noticed something strange. Brass Rock? What kind of name is Brass Rock? Are its bricks a strange alloy of brass and alien minerals? I suppose it is steel rock type, or like metal, in the card game. And Naganadel, Electro House? What business does Naganadel have with electric moves? It doesn't naturally learn any. And wait, House is also not, like, a move at all. It is an unaffordable dwelling, a long-running medical drama, a music genre. Brass Rock. It's rock.
Please don't break apart.
Brass instruments. Whoa. Oh. And sure enough.
Can you stop glitching, please? It's super annoying. Quality. Will that fix it?
When we look at the rest of the Ultra Beast cards here, they each
Big Beat, Punch,
have at least one
Ultra Thrusters, Moon Baton
that's named after a music genre.
Moon Baton, Jump Blues. Yeah, it's named after a music genre. That's cool.
Like me, you may wonder
Black Metal.
Why, given that none of the Ultra Beasts themselves are particularly musical. None of them have instrument bodies like Cricketune or pop star microphones a la Meloetta. They're all just
new wave
monster aliens. But you know what this musical move idea does to them?
Brass Rock.
It introduces another major sci-fi alien movie trope. Close Encounters of the Third Kind is a classic 1977 sci-fi thriller directed by Steven Spielberg, which started and popularized quite a few alien tropes. Most importantly for us is this moment. Aliens and humans have made first contact, and as a sort of greetings, we're playing music and flashing colors at each other? Well, yes.
What are we saying to each other? Seems to try and teach us a basic tonal vocabulary.
A deep understanding of music is one of the things that separates us from animals. It's a sign of high intelligence. Two musicians who've never met before can start a freestyle jam session and quickly harmonize because they both have a deep understanding of melody and flow and all these other musical terms. Music is just math, after all. Patterns. So, the aliens thought, since we have no idea about human knowledge or if their anatomy even allows them to make the sounds of our language, assuming our language is even vocal at all, we'll communicate through music. also consider that music is probably how aliens will find us in the first place. Consider the Voyager 1, the first spacecraft we've made that has left the solar system. It's got a golden record on it, with pictures of our species, a star chart to help them find the planet, and music.
Yep.
Also consider that we've been broadcasting music out into space at the speed of light ever since the invention of the radio in 1895. Put in simple terms, any alien within 130 light years and radio technology would be able to pick up on that, and that distance is constantly growing at the speed of light. And it's the same for alien worlds broadcasting their own radio waves too. Maybe Earth will eventually drift into the bubble of alien radio signals. Our interspecies, interplanetary contact begins, most likely, with music. That's what we play the most of on the radio, after all.
You've got mail.
So you know the Pokemon Center online store, right? It sells unique Pokemon merch, like every single Pokemon has a sitting cutie plush. Gen 7 comes out in Japan soon. My shelves are not ready. But speaking of the Japanese Pokemon Center store, it offers like exponentially more. Like these Mincino slippers that clean the floor. Or this super cutesy Nackley salt shaker.
I want
or
that.
this Pikachu plush you put in the bath.
I don't want
gosh,
that.
Oh geez, oh no, they only ship to Japanese addresses. I don't have that, but I used today's sponsor, Zen Market, and now I have that. They offer a Japanese address for you to use, their warehouse, where all of the Japan-only merchandise from over 10,000 online stores will be shipped to, and then they will put everything into a big box and send it to me, or you, internationally. I found it pretty easy to use, as you can either browse the stores through their site or paste the links to the items you want into their search bar, and there it is. And you just know summer is a good time for online shopping. It's hot. You don't want to go out, so right now, by using the coupon code SUMMER2025, you can get up to 5,000 yen off the international shipping fee. Oh, you can buy like a whole other basket of goodies with that, or a Japanese Pokedex. These are so much higher quality than what we get here. Link below, code SUMMER2025.
That's just because we live in America. Japan's stuff is just higher quality than ours. That's just a fact. It's cool.
Big thanks to Zen Market for their support.
Yeah, go use code SUMMER2025 and stuff and support.
So looking at the genres these moves are named after, we can easily see that they fit the Pokemon they are attached to as well. Buzzwole's Big Beat is honestly fitting enough as a move name on its own. Buzzwole is swole, it is big, and it is going to beat you to a juicy pulp so it can more easily slurp up your insides like the mosquito but it's all double-fitting when you break the Big Beat genre down. Popularized in the 90s, Big Beat is electronic music akin to acid house and techno, which uses heavy backbeats and synthesizer loops in the background. Those loops are a hum or a buzz, almost like a synthesized insect flying through the air. You hear it like that?
I guess I can.
And plus, at least in the 90s, it was one of those genres that exuded toughness. Don't mess with me, I'm street smart. Yeah, I'm strong, I'm urban. Whole milk mozzarella. Zerkatries is the most obvious, electronica, because not only is it an electric type, or the lightning type in the case of the cards, but it's also literally electrical cables. Electronica is entirely synthesized electronic music. Simple as... But Cortana! Thrash metal? A genre that takes heavy metal to its most aggressive and speedy extreme? For the 80s. Cortana is a grass, steel-type Ultra Beast from a world where plants are metal, and it uses its metal arms and legs to thrash about rapidly, so it's kind of perfect. Simple as. Guzzlords, however, is the most surprising. Grindcore. That's kind of an edgy genre. I never expected Pokemon to make a reference to anything even adjacent to it. Of According to Wikipedia, grindcore is considered a more noise-filled style of hardcore punk, while using hardcore's trademark characteristics, such as heavily distorted, down-turned guitars, grinding, overdriven bass, high-speed tempo, blast beats, and vocals which consist of growls, shouts, and high-pitched.
I don't have much to say here since I don't know much about music. But this is cool that this is like a funny thing to do. Just like a little bit of lore that they threw into TCG Pocket. That's just funny.
Shrieks. And oh my gosh, remember Anime Guzzlord?
It's fantastic.
A lot of the art on grindcore albums I can't even show you without warnings or losing monetization, so I'll just tell you what's on most of them. Detailed depictions of vomit and flesh-rotting diseases, particularly gruesome depictions of murder, such as with chainsaws to the abdomen. Actual photographs of actual corpses, including of band members who passed before the album was published. Art showcasing organs and blood strewn about a casino whose patrons seem to enjoy adding to it violently. It's not my thing. But one of the things that Guzzlord is an industrial trash compactor and shredder, grinding, crushing, and destroying anything that goes in.
Have any of you heard of me losing my train of thought? Guzzlord being a corrupted Zygarde. Very cool theory. I very much like that theory. I guess that could still make sense here.
Inside of it.
I want that
cars, metal scraping against metal and tearing it. Doesn't exactly make a pleasant sound. So maybe that's the idea. Yeah. It's also the only Ultra Beast that's like kind of canonically a villain. Canonically, they have ended worlds. So yeah.
Canonically, they're super hungry.
As it starts chewing up people and Pokemon, its mouth will start to resemble grindcore album art. So how about something nice now? Pheromosa's Jump Blues is fitting due to its particularly athletic nature. It jumps good, half of its moves are about jumping good, and it would dance well too, but it's deeper. Jump blues is an up-tempo style of blues, jazz, or boogie-woogie that, like jazz as a whole, many associated with inner city life, which itself is not only associated with thin, supermodel-y city girls, but also where cockroaches proliferate. And also, maybe this is just a vibe, but I feel that the art styles associated with the genre feel fitting of Pheromosa, especially given her eyes and the shape her body makes. But I couldn't tell you exactly why I feel that way. Nihiligo's got New Wave, which, while technically is a genre, works better as a musical umbrella term for many others, such as synth pop, post-punk, and alternative dance. It's very much got that iconic 80s pop sound, but in a new, more wavy way. Being both wavy and pop is kind of perfect for Nihiligo, who's partially based on jellyfish, who ride the waves of the ocean and all, but also, given that they follow the alien trope of attaching to humans and mind-controlling them, that just falls in line with the more cynical idea of pop music. Pop music is music that's designed to be popular and profitable above all, to spread a certain message, to further reinforce what you, the producers, like and would like you to consume more of. It's all about control and keeping you a customer. Yes, buy all the albums and merch, all of it. You cannot escape this music. It's on the radio. It's playing in every store, making you more and more likely to buy certain things and listen to our subliminal messaging to maintain the status quo of our own wealth. Poipol's got two-step, which is short for two-step garage. It's garage music, but with an iconic 1-2-1-2 beat.
Okay.
It's also a great nod to Poipol, whose head is a superglue container, and where would you store your superglue? Often a garage. But also, Poipol is the only known Ultra Beast that evolves 1-2. 1-2. 2. 1, 2,
Okay,
1,
that's
2,
fine.
1, 2. Then Gnoggin has Electro House, or Acid House in its original Japanese. Both genres are pretty similar to the point of being almost identical, though Acid House gets Gnoggin poison typing across better. So why did they change it to something less fitting in English? Oh, is it because of the drug?
Muck, use acid.
Muck. Acid House is your old
that's
school
funny.
dance party or rave music. Raves are famous not just for their music and fashion choices, but for the heavy use of psychedelics, like acid, at them. And in your typical American censorship fashion, references to insane violence? Totally fine. But a reference to a drug at a party with a bit too much skin exposed? Nuh-uh. Not in my Christian card game. Stack Attack, brass rock, also known as horn rock, is a genre that emerged in the late 1960s. It's pretty simple to explain. It's sort of your typical 50s, 60s rock and roll, but they began adding brass instruments like trumpets and saxophones to it. Stack-Attacka is a bunch of bricks, so a bunch of rocks, and is rock steel type, so I guess there's your metal, brass, so that's easy. But each brick is an individual life form, and the more complex rock music got, such as by adding a whole new class of instruments, the more and more people you needed in the band, all working in perfect rhythm and harmony to give you that good sound.
Yeah, very
Steela's got Moombahton, the newest of the genres here, starting in 2009. Moombahton combines house with reggaeton, which itself is reggae, but electronic and more Latin. In fact, the ton in the genre name comes from the Spanish suffix for big, and Celesteela is the biggest Pokemon weight-wise. A key part of the genre is a thick and spread-out bass line, dramatic builds, and a two-step pulse, perhaps akin to its two huge rockets, spreading out its own bass. Rocket launches and space stuff in media tends to have slowly building dramatic music to go along with it too, but not exactly like... Though I guess in being tropical sounding, that does fit its bamboo origins. But on top of that, it's all a pun. So, what is the pun? Well, Moombahton kinda sounds like it has moon in there. In fact, when you write the genre out in its original Japanese, it does straight up have moon in there. And Celesteela are all about the moon. It's a rocket ship, first of all, like those who brought Nan to the moon, but it's also based on Princess Kaguya, a classic Japanese folktale about a baby born in a bamboo stalk that turned out to be a princess from the moon. Hence all of Celesteela's design. Princess, bamboo, rocket to the moon. And also it being exclusive to Pokemon Moon and Ultra Moon.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
It's funny. Blacephalon's beat punk is a genre also called D-beat, which is similar to crust punk. It's a hardcore punk style that started in the 80s and 90s and took off in Japan especially. One key aspect that separates it from the other punk genres is its heavy use of hard set snares and crashes.
That very much works with Cephalon.
It's also inherently explosive and in-your-face political. A scream about the government until your head explodes kind of genre.
Okay.
Duskmane Necrozma. Black metal! He would be a black metal fan, wouldn't he? Literally, it's the steel-type Solgaleo, so metal, plus Necrozma, who's all black, and about death and stuff. Plus, the words aside, the genre fits well. Black metal is an even more extreme subgenre of heavy metal, featuring fast tempos and shrieking or guttural vocals. It's also the genre corpse paint is most common on its band members, dressing up like an undead zombie or a demon or a dark cultist who is summoning the zombie demons, like a necromancer. Necrozma, same root words. Necrozma itself is all about consuming suns and dooming planets after all. Then, Dawn Wings Necrozma's got Psychobilly. It's such a fun name. Referencing the Lunala in there, it's psychic type, Psychobilly. Psychobilly is very similar to Gothabilly or horror punk in its themes and presentations as well, fitting of the Necrozma parts of the Mon, and musically it's a combination of rockabilly, think Elvis Presley rock and roll,
Hard we couldn't think. Blue moon boogie.
and then you mix it with more modern punk rock to get...
Let me teach you how to bake.
It's actually quite a bop, and one of my favorite genres in this video. Also, it turns out Blue Moon was a more common phrase back in the 50s and 60s, fitting of the blue
That
Lunala
works.
parts, it being
That's
the emissary of the moon and all. Lastly, it's Ultra Necrozma, the dragon.
Such a cool art for Ultra Necrozma. I'm really hoping that Z moves are in Pokemon Champions, just so we can finally get a new model for Ultra Necrozma, since they haven't left Sun and Moon. Because you can't get them in Sword and Shield because there's no Z moves. It would be very cool to be able to see this thing with a really high quality 3D model. Mainly because this thing is super cool to look at. And this card is absolutely amazing looking. They need to do more Ultra Beast arts.
Of pure light. It gets shoegaze, which is sometimes called dream pop. It's a typically indie alternative rock that feels as ethereal as can be, like a dream. The guitars and vocals are obscured and distorted, and the volume tends to be high only to distort it further, blowing out the speakers playing it. Honestly, just look at this music video. It was the first result when I googled this genre.
My eyes.
Its visuals get the mood across perfectly. Everything is blurred and blown out and ghosted. It's like a psychedelic trip in a way too bright room, which is actually how the genre got its start in the 80s among neo-psychedelic groups. Ultra Necrozma being a being of light itself, well, there you go. It's ethereal, and it's distorted from its original Necrozma shapes.
Such a cool Pokemon. My eyes, please don't.
So, my final thoughts. This is just a fun thing they decided to do. An
That's
extra layer
that's
of
a super
theming is
funny
always
thing
welcome. Maybe I missed
did.
something. I am by no means a music genre expert. So, add more below, where you'll also find links to those more in-depth Ultra Beast videos, and never stop using your noggin.
Which I have watched. That was a good video. That's a very funny thing for them to do for the TCG card game. Alright, well that will be the end of this video. So, remember, like and subscribe to Loxton and myself, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.